Welcome back to The Real 100. I'm your host, David Hill, and in episode 1 with Daylen Pedroza, we introduced you to a young man who is an unranked and unstarred high school senior quarterback, linebacker at Orange High School in Orange, California. In episode 2, which we're about to introduce to you, you're going to see film on Daylen. And we're going to talk about that film. We're going to talk about the position that he plays, the desired position that he may want to play in college. And we're going to talk about why college coaches should look to recruit this young man, why they would want him in their program. And I think you're going to gain some terrific insight as to what he's really made out of and what he really desires to do at the college level. He certainly has the academics with a 3.6 GPA, and I still sit here and scratch what little bit of hair I have left on my head trying to figure out how this young man is not ranked, not starred whatsoever. And so I want you, and those of you who are in the business, high school coaches, I hope college coaches as well too, will look at the film that we're going to discuss in episode 2, and you tell me what you see. I see a guy that is definitely skilled and has some ability as an athlete, whether he's playing quarterback or whether he's playing linebacker at the college level, to be able to play at a higher level in college. I don't know what level exactly, but he should certainly be recognized for having ability at some level and be ranked and starred by someone. I know that he recently went through a star rating process with stealthrating.com, and we'll see how that turns out. And we'll let you know how that turns out. But in the meantime, I certainly would love to get feedback from any of you who are in the business of coaching and recruiting to tell me what your thoughts are. You can reach me very easily. David at hspnsports.com is where you can reach me. I'd love to hear your feedback. In the meantime, let's take you now to episode 2 with Daylen Pedroza. I want to take a minute and since we've talked about college a little bit, I want to go through a little bit of your highlight film, because here's another thing. While this time we have this lull, I do want to talk about recruiting after we get through this tape a little bit. I do want people to see what you've accomplished. We talked about it a little bit. We talked about you statistically. Let's take a minute and go through a little bit of your highlight film, and you can walk and talk us through a little bit, okay? Tell our audience what we're seeing here.
Yes, sir. This is my sophomore year right here.
It's your sophomore year? Okay.
This is my sophomore year right here. Thanks. And then hopefully we see it in week 10.
I'm going to turn the sound down so we could just kind of enjoy your thoughts on what we're seeing. Okay.
Started junior year right here.
Okay. This junior here. Great balance. That's tremendous balance.
Appreciate it.
Tremendous balance. You hit it a couple times, you keep turning the legs, and you're in the end zone.
Yes, sir. Fake time.
And you're running what should be and looks like college level offenses as well too. And here you are making people miss. Getting upfield, taking care of the football.
Really don't like juking. I just like dipping my shoulder when I can, but
head
coach always left me to save my body.
He's told you. I know
yes,
he's
sir.
told you. Do not do that.
Me and him over here have arguments about that stuff.
Knowing Coach P the way I know him, I know what that sounds like.
Yes,
Whose game would you say you model yours after, if there's anyone?
I want to say probably Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. That's a good choice. I like that. You know who I'm going to say? I'm going to say Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa. Aren't you impressed? I got that name right? Everybody messes that up. Everybody starts with Tua. I've been working on it.
Yep.
So I'm looking at you. I'm like,
yeah,
looks a little like Tua Tagovailoa. Although, here's a knock on him, and there's very little knock on him, but oftentimes they'll say he's not as elusive as people think he is. Yet you are.
Yes, sir.
And you're physical. You're big and strong, that's for sure, even though you've been told not to take on tacklers
Yeah.
by yourself. But, yeah, I can see a little Tua Tagovailoa in you. And I think people that see that ought to see the same. That being said, Daylen, what are the college coaches saying? And what's recruiting looking like for you right now? I'm curious for
Yes,
you
sir.
guys that have an opportunity to be recruited at the next level. And Coach Pedroza has often talked about the fact that he thinks you have D1 potential. You never know with these things. But what has it been like at this point in time? This odd time where you're not. You guys should have had your first game then in the next couple of days, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what are college coaches saying at this point in time to you?
Some are saying I need to see your defensive film. Some are saying,
Okay.
you fit our spot. You know, our offense, the way we run. We run a similar offense like you guys do, a run pass RPO offense.
Sure.
I mean, most of them want to see me at backer, outside linebacker. So
Okay.
I pretty much got to wait to get my film out and actually play, so I can send it out to them.
Where do you want to play in college? How about you?
Me personally,
Dave. Yeah.
That's a hard choice.
Yeah.
But probably outside linebacker.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do have a lot. You do realize that there are a lot of quarterbacks that have come before you, long time before you. I played with a couple myself who were great linebackers in high school. Now they went and played college quarterback.
Yes, sir.
But they were great linebackers. They could have played linebacker at the Division I level as well too. So it's interesting. I'm not surprised to hear you say that.
Yes, sir.
Because of the style of play that you have. You have an aggressive attitude when you play quarterback.
That's awesome to hear from them.
Yeah, I can totally see that. So I guess I'd say, right now you just have to just play it out, right? Just have to play it out this year. Let things fall where they fall. Continue to have success as an individual, certainly as a team, and certainly it will fall in place for you as it should. You're certainly doing the things. I'll tell you one thing. You're doing the things academically that you need to be doing to give yourself the best chance to be successful at the college level just about anywhere. So it'll be exciting to see what happens come January.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you this as well, too, generally speaking, and I want to get a sense of, and going back to recruiting, what should college coaches know about you besides what we've seen on film, besides what we've talked about you've achieved statistically? What do they need to know about Daylen Pedroza?
Yes, sir. One thing I think they need to know about me is, one, my attitude. I don't have no bad attitude. I'm coachable. I'm a good listener. Whatever they tell me to do, I'm the type to listen to details. So they tell me, take this drop, I'll take this drop. I'm very disciplined, very hard worker. I get, whatever they tell me to do, I'll do extra if I need to, just to know that I need to do it. What else? Very physical. I like hitting.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of it.
Yeah.
And I'll get it done.
Daylen, I was a safety. If I'm coming downhill to hit you, I'm a little nervous about a couple of things. One, I don't want to get embarrassed. And I don't want to get run over.
Yes, sir. I hear you.
That's great.
If I was you, I'd be scared of me too.
I love that.
Yes,
I love that confidence. It's very, very good. Speaking of confidence, how confident are you about your Orange High School Panther football program coming up this year? Given all the challenges, and everybody's got the same challenges there in California, what do you expect out of this football team, given the success you guys have had in the past? I've seen you make runs all the way to the state title game in the Southern section and have a chance to play for a unifying title, and you've had success in the postseason before. What does this year look like? What are you anticipating?
We look good. We're just a young team this year, but I feel like we got some athletes that could come in and help us out very early, and actually make an impact in our team this year, making it pretty far this year. Hopefully, get a ring.
That would be true. That would be terrific. I'm looking forward to it. I tell you, I can't wait to see this season kick off and get out there and see you guys. It's going to be exciting for you. I told you that I watched Utah play, a couple schools in Utah play last weekend, and it looks great. It looks like normal. Everything looks pretty doggone normal. and I know they were pretty excited, and I know you guys will be too. Daylen, I can't tell you how great it is that we got a chance to spend some time finally. I've been at your games, that before for HSPN, and we haven't had a chance to chat, but it's delightful to talk to you just one-on-one and chat it up and kind of cut it up a little bit, and I appreciate that greatly. I wish you great success, in school, and hang in there. It's an unusual set of circumstances that you guys are being asked to deal with in your young lives. But it seems that you're handling it well, and we're going to look up come January, you're going to be playing football.
Yes, sir. That's the goal.
Okay. There you go. Daylen Pedroza here with us on The Real 100. David Hill, your host, and I'm sure we'll be talking. I want to check in with you soon again as we get closer to the season or get into the season, see how you're progressing. Okay, Daylen?
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us.